We can now do things as a family. We can take Kieran to things, to zoos, restaurants.
I've seen it in front of my eyes work for my son, and it's working for me now.
McTimoney helped after my accident. It relieved all the pressure that had built up.
I feel that it's always helped me as I grow, so I don't get aches and pains.
So now what I'm going to do is come onto the pelvis. I'm going to come onto the left-hand side on the top.
From the mother and her unborn child, to the active toddler, to young people in their teenage years, McTimoney Chiropractic can help in all stages of growth and development.
Just to recap, I just want to check the rib cage.
The purpose of chiropractic care is to realign and rebalance the body with the aim of relieving pain and increasing mobility.
Shoulder girdle sits down.
This film aims to tell the stories of a number of children, young people and an expectant mother, all of whom have benefited from McTimoney Chiropractic. Charlotte McCarthy is 9 months pregnant and came to McTimoney Chiropractic to help relieve pains in her back.
The baby is currently back to back, which isn't an ideal position to be in for birth, and very much pressing down on my back and on my lower back and giving me sciatic pains as well. And it was very gentle manipulations of the muscles and the joints, and I would say that after that session it made me feel a lot lighter.
Hold on my hands, checking, releasing.
Today's my second session, and I've already been told that the baby has moved round, so it's obviously been helping.
The agreed treatment plan during pregnancy aims to correct the pelvic position for birthing and the optimum space for the developing fetus, because the fetus is there for 9 months, and during that time all of that baby's nervous system is created to in its fullest capacity.
Underneath the rib cage.
Mothers who have already had a difficult birth or a baby that has cried substantially from that birth, they will most definitely seek to have a better pregnancy the second time and a better delivery, so that they feel empowered that they're doing their level best to prevent any problems a second time round. They want to be empowered for an optimum birthing process so that they can be interactive at that time, and McTimoney chiropractors are in their best position to help these women for that positioning during pregnancy and for the subsequent labour.
Meet the Ford family, including twins Matteo and Amelia. They turned to McTimoney Chiropractic almost as a last resort after Matteo developed difficulties during feeding.
He would scream uncontrollably during a feed, which
before a feed start.
before, during, throughout, after, and obviously that was quite distressing for us. And we just wanted to understand why.
And the treatment was done whilst he was feeding, because that was the main cause of his issue back then, was his feeding. So we did the treatment whilst he was going to be fed. So got the bottle, he was ready to eat, he had a little tantrum, started crying. He took to the bottle, and then this is where Deirdre came along to help us out and started treating him whilst he was feeding, and he just completely calmed down, and he was just sucking away, wasn't he?
Yeah.
He was
sucking like we've never ever seen him suck
and
before.
swallowing, just relaxed, wasn't he? He was just relaxed. He was just a different baby.
And that was predominantly about the nerve, two of the cranial nerves. One was the gag, and the other one was the swallow. And it's part and parcel of what McTimoney chiropractors are trained to look at. There's 12 cranial nerves, and Matteo had 4 that were not functioning at their optimum best. A crying baby will affect not only the baby itself, but also the mother and the family. It disrupts sleep amongst the family, and it creates an impossibility for a child to feed efficiently. And unless you have an efficient feeding baby, they won't get that nutritional input that they need for their growth and development. You have to sit.
Until recently, 4-year-old Kieran found it difficult to concentrate on any activity for more than a few moments and would wake up several times a night. But that's all changed since receiving treatment from McTimoney Chiropractic.
His sleeping patterns are much, much better since coming to see Deirdre, and he will go through the night most nights now without any interruptions. He's very active still. His concentration levels have also improved since he's been with Deirdre. When the time before we had appointments with Deirdre, he wouldn't concentrate and sit and do very much at all. He would be just running around all the time. Anything that you put and gave him to look at or do, he would do for a few seconds, whereas now he will, if he really wants to do it, will sit and actively take part for quite a long period of time.
Through skilled assessment and treatment, parents report that their children sleep better. With babies, they feed better, they're more content, they're not in discomfort. With children, what they report is the fact that their balance has improved, their concentration has improved, they interact more readily with other children, and they behave in a way that's appropriate for their age. If it's a child that's even older and comes, that's what they would say, that their concentration has improved, and that's about a healthy nervous system.
And that emphasis on the benefits to older children as well as younger children will be endorsed by all 3 teenagers from the B family, all of whom have been helped in their own way by McTimoney Chiropractic. 13-year-old Felicity is a gifted musician and committed athlete and sees her treatment as a way to help prevent injuries happening in the first place.
The impact on my body includes a lot of repetitive strain in my arm and upper body through my violin practice and things. And as I increased in my ability, the hours I had to practice increased, and therefore my body had to keep up with all of that. With my hurdling, you get the typical foot injuries which I've had, and there's a lot of impact on my knees and joints and things doing hurdling especially. And my throwing, there's a lot of twisting and to put your body in such strain so it performs at its best. After treatment, I found it always helps because it stops injuries before they get worse, and it stops any little niggles turning into injuries which can put you out for a season or even more. I feel that it's always helped me as I grow, and so I don't get aches and pains and things whilst doing all these activities.
Make sure that the alignment here.
Felicity's older sister, Imogen, was suffering from mood swings and occasionally a lack of physical well-being, which was starting to affect her school life. But with the help of McTimoney Chiropractic, she started to make a recovery.
Those symptoms caused problems concentrating in class, especially pins and needles because it's quite distracting. And also my back pain caused problems when I was doing sports, especially hockey and cycling as well. Also, my body felt quite imbalanced when I was doing running and simple things like that. After having treatment, the back pain was relieved, pins and needles were less occurrent, and my mood was much lifted. So I had a lot more energy and able to concentrate better, and I think my work was more efficient.
And brother Josh has also benefited from McTimoney Chiropractic after he suffered a bad fall while out cycling.
Though the hospital looked at all of the cuts and injuries and the dentist sorted out my teeth, McTimoney helped after my accident they relieved all the pressure that had built up because I had neck pains from where I'd landed, and so they relieved the pressure in my neck, so it made it easier to concentrate whilst working because I used to get that from leaning over a lot. McTimoney Chiropractic feels relaxing, and it's quite enjoyable to have the treatment, as it's not like being at the doctor's where they're trying to fix outer and inner organs, whereas it's more kind of moving your body around, which is nice.
Accidents and trauma can create bony misalignment, which impacts upon the nervous system, and it's a healthy nervous system that optimizes our health and well-being, and we need to be on the preventative side of that, not waiting for there to be a major problem.
Few things matter more to parents than enabling their children to reach their full potential. And this hope and expectation forms the foundation of McTimoney Chiropractic's commitment to maintaining the health and well-being of children and young people. Thanks for watching.